Hello, how are you today?
I'm doing good.
And you know that we are going to do an interview about your diabetes and your experience with it, correct?
Yes.
So would you begin with saying a few things about it?
Yes, diabetes can be a difficult disease, but a controllable disease if you work toward keeping your sugar levels down and continuing to exercise.
And what type of diabetes do you have?
I have type 2 diabetes.
And what exactly is that? The difference?
Diabetes, I think type 1 diabetes is youth diabetes when you get it when you're young. And I have type 2, which I ended up getting around.
I'll go upstairs. I'm sorry.
When I ended up getting around when I was 28, 29.
And how did your diagnosis make you feel around then?
I had just came from honeymoon with my wife. We just came back from Florida, and I wasn't feeling quite well. I thought it was heat exhaustion because I was very thirsty, breaking out, sweating and everything, and going to the bathroom a lot, which I didn't know what that was at the time. And then finally I planned on going to the doctors. This was in June. I planned on going the end of the summer because I thought it was heat exhaustion because it was hot in Florida. I thought we were just overdoing it. And that wasn't the case. I lasted 2 weeks, ended up going to the doctors, and he said, "You have diabetes."
And how was the overall diagnosis process?
The overall diagnosis process wasn't bad, but it was just the fact that I have diabetes, so I had to start on pills. And they always tell you to exercise more, lose weight more. And I did all that.
And did you see any difference between
No.
and then after?
I didn't see any difference. I lost, I've always worked out and exercised, and I lost more weight, and still the diabetes wasn't under control. And then I had to go to insulin, the needle, insulin dependent. So that's when I started that.
And you just said that you are on insulin. Is there any other aids or medicines that you have to take for your diabetes?
For diabetes, no, but diabetes usually leads to other things like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and those conditions. And it affects your eyes, which now I'm having trouble with my eyes.
And now that you're saying that it contributes to problems, do you say that it affects your quality of life in any way?
Give me a moment. Yes, it has lately. Just because I'm limited in what I can do. I had an eye surgery, and that never happens. I had a eye surgery. I had a hole in my macula, which had nothing to do with the diabetes, just another brilliant stroke of luck. But that has affected my eyes and my vision, and of course diabetes is still back there irritating other things. So yes, it slowed down my activity.
And are you familiar with the concept of self-efficacy?
Self-efficiency?
Yeah.
Yes.
And how do you implement that?
I try to stay active, and most of the time I am pretty active. Last month or so I haven't been, but Usually I'm pretty active. If you'd ask my kids, they would tell you the same. I try to stick to my medication. Always take my medication. I don't have a problem taking medications.
Yeah.
I do what the doctor tells me to do and try to get results, positive results.
And you would describe that as having self-management too, correct?
Yes.
And we're going to start to wrap up this interview. So is there anything else that you would like to say to anybody who is dealing with diabetes, your experience, anything along those lines?
Yes. Diabetes. You can control it, keep it under control for as long as you can. But diabetes is a disease that affects you greatly when you get older.
Mm-hmm.
Diabetes, when you're younger, even being diabetic, you don't really notice a lot of things or issues or signs, or your sugar could be 300, 400 if you're not checking it, if you're not checking your sugar and doing things like that. But it all affects you when you get older.
Mm.
So that's a difficult concept of preparing yourself for when you get older.
Okay. Thank you for your time today.
Is that good enough?
Yeah.
We could talk forever. I can, daughter. We can talk forever.
I'm fine. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. All right. Checks in the mail.